In our world, we see games come and go. Some are remembered for years to come. Some are forgotten and fade like dust by the roadside. The endless cycle of new releases and limitless hype for projects that'll never see the light of day only heightens our collective cynicism and creates a culture of consumption and waste. Small studios are eaten up and shut down. Large ones are rotten from the inside out. Anticipation only leads to disappointment, and in the end, no one will ever truly be satisfied. My name is Max, and
Excuse me. That was weird. Hey, let's talk about Mad Max. Mad Max is a post-apocalyptic open-world driving game developed by Avalanche Studios, the same people who brought you the Just Cause series. Released in 2015, only 4 months after Max's glorious return to the big screen in Fury Road. It was not, however, a tie-in to that movie, but rather its own standalone game. Their proximity to each other seems to be purely coincidental.
Right.
And I mean that. The game has absolutely nothing to do with the movie apart from a shared universe and a main character. It's kind of like how they keep rebooting Spider-Man. Yeah, it's too soon, but you'll get over it. In fact, now that a few years have passed, it's even easier for Tom Hardy's grumbling and expressive eyes to get out of your head. Dude can make a whole movie just using the top half of his face. And he has! Multiple times!
Acting.
Anyway, Mad Max seems like the perfect franchise to bring to a modern open-world game, though Max is no stranger to video games. Mad Max 2 got an NES tie-in in 1990, which was neat. There have been attempts to make more, but Mad Max's creator, George Miller, never signed off on them.
Let's put it this way. No.
So the fact that this game even got made is a feat in and of itself. The story follows Max as he attempts to rebuild his car and help various people of the wasteland. The story is more mature than Avalanche's other series, Just Cause, which has the main goal of blowing things up and causing chaos. Mad Max is more focused on the characters and emphasizes the drama. The core gameplay is driving, which is in line with the Mad Max series. Cars are worshipped and the mighty V8 is God. You find parts and scrap to build upgrades and weapons to make your vehicle more dangerous and formidable. Because car combat is a cornerstone of the game, the driving has to be flawless. Unfortunately, the driving isn't that good. Steering is sloppy, control is difficult to maintain, and because of this, many situations that require somewhat precision maneuvering can be very difficult.
Whew, glad that wasn't us.
There are some weapons that you can mount, like the grappling hook and explosive harpoons, all expertly operated by our sidekick, lovingly named Chum Bucket.
Ouch.
And there are some genuinely fun moments when everything lines up and you're able to smoothly attack a convoy. But those moments are very few and far between. For the most part, you'll run into another car or two and run circles around each other trying to ram them. Sometimes, most of the time, it's just easier to drive away and not bother.
What a waste of time.
The open wasteland is very big and has a few interesting points of exploration. There's artifacts of the world before scattered around to find. This is more of that mature storytelling. There's also flashbacks of Max's life before it all. The story about Max finding parts for his car and making new allies and saving a child for his mother is interesting enough, but it's not exactly playing to the developer's strengths. Just Cause is unbridled chaos and explosions. The story is put on the back burner so you can fly around in your wingsuit and endless parachutes so you can liberate villages and destroy propaganda and blow up gas stations. Why? Because it's fun! Mad Max isn't that much fun. It's a grind, but not the kind that makes you satisfied at the end, but rather the one that annoys you.
I hate it here.
All in all, it's not the worst way to spend an afternoon, but the question really is, why didn't more people play this game? Other than the reasons I just mentioned. Is it that it was simply released too soon after the movie?
Maybe.
Why wouldn't the movie have boosted its profile?
Maybe not.
We must look deeper. We must analyze market trends, evaluate social positions, and dissect the media. There are clear underlying reasons Mad Max wasn't as popular as it could have been. And for the next hour, I plan to figure out exactly what they... Phantom Pain. I figured it out. It's Phantom Pain. They released on the same day. And when the choice was between a subpar game from the franchise of the movie you just saw, or the highly anticipated next installment of the Metal Gear series, you're choosing Metal Gear.
Duh.
And rightfully so. So by the time people finished Phantom Pain and looked back at the games they missed, Mad Max wasn't on anyone's list. But now, I'm here to tell you, it still shouldn't be. It's fine. But it's frustrating because a Mad Max video game could be incredible in the right hands. Avalanche just wasn't the right studio for it. And now, because of the lackluster response to this game, I'd imagine George Miller isn't jumping at the chance to license Max out again. But if the right studio came along, I'd hope he'd listen. One with experience with large open worlds and massive set pieces and intense combat. A studio that has proven themselves capable of balancing story and environment, humor and drama. That has credentials with large desert areas and driving. So basically Rockstar. Yeah. We're never getting another Mad Max game, are we?
Maybe fuck yourself.